Greetings, Scare Rookie fans. This is Scare Rookie talking to you about the zombie props I'm working on. I thought this would be a good opportunity as I'm starting my second Groundbreaker zombie to kind of just show you the quick technique. Again, it'll be kind of hard to do because I have to do it with one hand, but I just want to kind of really show you what I'm doing, how it works, so you guys can do the same thing. What you see before you is a groundbreaking zombie that I have made just recently, and as you can see, it's only a half torso zombie, but you can take a look at the detail and you can see rib cages, a little blood and gore there, corpsing skin. See how the skin is all corpsed up, neck area. That zombie was made by melting garbage bags together using a heat gun. So I thought, I'm in the middle of making my second corpsing zombie. This might be a good opportunity to give you a quick tutorial on what I'm doing. So what we started off with was I had to make a zombie mold. And what you see before you here wrapped in tinfoil is a zombie mold. It is a life-size mold. I actually used my son, who stands about 5'10", weighs about 140 pounds, to wear out some old clothes, and I proceeded to wrap him with duct tape. That's the whole mold, and I cut it off of him, I sealed it, and I stuffed it. I then wrapped the entire body with tinfoil. That became my mold. I'll give you a couple examples of what a full body zombie looks like. Here's one here that I've made. He is coming running on the ground. And you can see more blood and gore. I've got him holding a rope right now because he'll be actually staked in the ground for strength, but you can kind of see what he looks like. And here is the other zombie that I've made. I'll kind of bring him into the light so you can see him a little better. I apologize for the camera. There's the other zombie. And so, you see what I've done so far. I just thought I'd show you a quick technique on how to do this. So again, pardon the camera. The overall process is actually pretty simple. You take strips of garbage bags. This is 3 mil poly garbage bags. It's commercial grade. I bought these here, are contractor bags. I bought them from Harbor Freight for $10. 3 mil is what you're looking for. 42 gallon are great because they're very long, very tall, very wide, so you get a lot of plastic. This is a strip that I cut. I just unfold them. Notice that I do not open the garbage bags. They are still shut. Right here. See that? I want that because I want it this thick. I want it 2-ply thick, 3 mil poly. So these are strips. What I do is I then wrap the strips of garbage bags around my zombie mold. I then take a $15 heat gun that I bought from Harbor Freight. I have no affiliation with Harbor Freight. It's just a great store because you get a lot of cool stuff really cheap. And then what you want to do is after you've got it wrapped around, just turn this over. As you can see, this is plastic that has not been melted. You take the heat gun and just simply melt. Take your time. Get it nice and melted. Just like so. One important note, keep the heat gun kind of away from the aluminum, as it will create an intense amount of heat and burn the motor up. I'm telling you that because it happened to me. So, but just keep going back and forth, melting this plastic down until it is shrunk around the mold. And there's not a lot of light, shiny plastic. When it's melted really well, it looks like melted plastic. You just kind of have to go by the look and the feel. And just keep melting it down. That's it. So, as you can see, the texture, this is still very hot. I'm not actually touching it. Is melting around the body mold. What I will do is I will continue. Now, I'm only doing a Groundbreaker like this guy, so I'm only doing torso up. But I will continue laying strips across the zombie, just like this, around the arms, and I will melt this plastic all together. Keep you a little tool. Just use these little wood sticks here. Keep them wet. Always have a spray bottle around. That helps you shape the mold if you want it to. Just spray it. It'll cool the plastic down right away. It'll hold its shape once it's hardened. But you use this little tool and to seal it. So like if there was a seam right here where this flap was coming over, this flap was coming over, make sure they overlap, because as you heat it, it shrinks. But you just take this little thing and you just hold the edges and just kind of press them together. And it will literally blend that plastic seam right into it. So you won't even see a seam anymore. And it'll hold it together, and it'll hold it tight. It will not break off because it's melted plastic. So you use this little tool, and that's how you join. So I'll overlap this area here with some plastic. I'll make sure it overlaps by this much, like right here. And then what I'll first do is I'll melt the seam together into this plastic here. And I'll blend it all in, and then make sure it's nice and melted. And then I will then move this out and continue to melt everything around here. And you just build it all out. Just like that, just adding pieces, melting them together, melting the plastic. Once this is all covered, I will add an entire another layer of plastic from here all the way up again, melt that all down, and once it's done, you will end up with this hard plastic body mold. It's as thick as, you know, a prop that you would buy at the store. And what's really cool is if you look at some of the detail, you can see how as the plastic melts, it coats the skin automatically. All you have to do then is add in paint, some aging, and you have a really cool corpse looking zombie. So I just wanted to give you an idea of how this is made real quickly. The ribs here, again, plastic. I just take the plastic here, I fold it several times, I heat this area up, heat the plastic up on the tip, put the tip here, put the gun down, I just melt it right in, and then just melt this down and shape it. Once you get it where you want, spray water on it, it'll harden, it'll stay in that shape. You just paint it, and there you go. That's how you do it. It's really fun to work with. It's a lot of fun to experiment with. This was the third zombie. I learned a lot from the first two. This zombie, I'm going to try a few things differently and make it look even cooler. But it's just a lot of fun, and you can work with it a lot of different ways. So if you have any questions or comments, feel free to leave them. I would love to hear your feedback. Thanks a lot, and Scare Rookie signing off. Later.